Hey guys, welcome back to the JTO channel, and this is your match preview of Norwich City versus Chelsea at Carrow Road tomorrow at 7:30. We were supposed to play Norwich at like match day 30, but obviously this game has been pinned forward into a midweek game, which is fair enough. I guess gotta try fit the games in and play them as soon as possible. But yeah, Norwich, they're 20th in the table. They're likely to get relegated. But I will say fair play to them in terms of, at least their fans have got a bit of hope in terms of staying up in the Premier League this season. Under Daniel Farke, they were just getting slapped left, right, and centre. Obviously, the last time we faced them, we beat them 7-0. You remember Mason Mount scored a hat trick, Reece James scored, Ben Chilwell scored, Callum Hudson-Odoi scored as well. I think all of the goals were scored by academy graduates. So yeah, it was a very, very good day that day. I think Trevor scored that day, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, it was a very good day. Good times. Good times, good times, good times. But yeah, it was clear that under Daniel Farke, their fans had absolutely no hope at all whatsoever. And since Dean Smith's come in, you know what? They're putting some decent performances. They've had even some decent wins as well, and it's given them just a little bit of hope that they maybe can stay up the season. Very unlikely, but they are 5 points off 17th place Everton, who are in danger of getting relegated. So there's always hope there, but it's very unlikely that they will stay up in this season. They're just one of those clubs, proper yo-yo club, man. Them and Fulham, just yo-yo clubs. 1 minute, they're in the Premier League and they end up getting relegated, but then in the next season, when they're in the Championship, just like Fulham are now, like they're top of the league and they get promoted. So you see Fulham, they're like clear. They're like I literally checked the table like the other day, like they're like 18 points clear of like second place. I think they played 2 games more, but like still, they're gonna win the Championship and they're gonna come up. But they'll probably get relegated next season. It's the same with Norwich. They're getting relegated this season probably, and in the Championship next season, they're probably gonna come back up and win the league in the Championship. So yeah, just proper yo-yo clubs. Obviously, Thomas Tuchel did do his press conference today, and the one thing that stuck out to me straight away was obviously Ben Chilwell is out. We all know that. One thing that everyone saw, obviously there was a picture yesterday of him on the grass, just doing some light training, just a few kicks with the ball and stuff like that. And people were getting excited. I was seeing people saying, "Oh, he could be back this season. He could be back for April. Who knows? If he keeps up, if there's no setbacks." Thomas Tuchel just said, "Nah." Like, there's no chance. He pretty much said there's no chance he'll play this season. And that's the mentality I'm going with. I'm not going to have any sort of hope that Ben Chilwell is going to play this season. There's no point of having that. I'd rather he just got ready for next season. And yeah, if you really hope that he could play the season, then you'll be really, really disappointed. But yeah, it is what it is. Unfortunately, Reece James is out, though. Reece James is out. He had a setback pretty much. Obviously, he's played the last 3 games and he's had problems with his other leg, his hamstring issues. Not on the same leg as he did. It was his other leg this time. So yeah, he's just having problems on that front. And Reece James is slowly starting to become a little bit injury prone. Just slowly, he's not fully injury prone yet, but every season he seems to always have this one like big injury per season. If you've noticed, like under Lampard, he had like one injury where he was out for like I think like a couple months or so. So like yeah, it's unfortunate. He's clearly important to the way we play, but at the same time, I expect us to beat Norwich, beat Newcastle, beat Lille in the Champions League, and obviously beat Middlesbrough away in the FA Cup, and then obviously it's the international break after that. So these next 4 games without Reece James, I expect us to win. If we don't win, like I tweeted it out, then we are truly shit. Like we're just not good then. Seriously, like, what's the point in it? I know Aspilicueta and Alonso are not the greatest wing backs, but if you're telling me they can't do a job against Norwich, Newcastle, Lille in the Champions League, and Middlesbrough, I rest my case. That's all I'm gonna say. But it's unfortunate that he's out. Hopefully, he is back for the Brentford game, which is after the international break. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this game goes tomorrow. I think Norwich will be better defensively under Dean Smith as they have been, and I think they will put up a better performance. And just show that hunger, show that desire, show that fight, show that willingness, and try just make their fans at least proud of them that they gave it a go in this game and gave it a good try step in the Premier League. And I think they will give it a go. We won't beat them 7-0. We will not beat them by that scoreline because Dean Smith, like I said, he's a better manager than Daniel Farke. He does have a bit of credibility in the bank in terms of like, getting teams to the Premier League and making sure they stay up. First season at Villa in the Premier League, they stayed up. Do you know what I'm saying? So he does have ability to do that, but Norwich are just crap. Like they're properly crap. So yeah, let's get into the lineup straight away and what I think Thomas Tuchel will do, or shall I say, what I think we should do and what I think Thomas Tuchel will genuinely do in the game tomorrow. So yeah, let's get into it. Obviously in goal, Edouard Mendy, simple as that. I mean, what? Yeah. The back three, I think Antonio Rudiger as the left-sided centre back. I actually think Christensen should play in the middle, and I think Trevor Chalobah should play as the right centre back. My opinion. Why not give Thiago Silva a rest? I think he deserves it. I'd like to think that that back three should be able to get the job done against Norwich tomorrow. Now, don't be surprised if it's Thiago Silva in the middle. I don't mind that, but like let's look after him. He's 37 years old. He doesn't have to play every single game. So I do think maybe just give Christensen a game, give Trevor keep his place and Rudiger as the back three. But like I said, if it's Rudiger, Thiago Silva, Christensen, or Chalobah, as the three, I don't mind, to be honest. So yeah, but I'd personally go with Rudiger, Christensen, and Trevor Chalobah. Just my opinion. The wing backs now. Marcus Alonso is obviously back in training. Saul put in a decent performance against Burnley, but I think Marcus Alonso will return now for Norwich. So yeah, he's at left wing back. A right wing back, Aspilicueta is back in training as well. Just as Reece James gets injured and has a setback, Aspilicueta comes back and he's fully fit and he's ready to go. So he will play at right wing back tomorrow. I think that's simple. They should be able to get the job done against their fullbacks tomorrow. I know Aaron's will be a threat down the right hand side to Alonso, so that's a bit of a worry. But down the left hand side, man like Brandon Williams, he's a crap footballer. He's not good. He's not good. So I expect Aspilicueta to have an easy day work tomorrow. So yeah, the two in midfield again. This one was a bit of a debate for me, but I think I'm gonna go with Jorginho and Kovacic for this game today. Again, I don't think we need Kante for a game like this. It's the same reasons as my Burnley preview. If it's Kante and Kovacic, fine. But for me in this game, I don't think against sides like Burnley and Norwich, we're gonna need a Kante or a Jorginho. I don't think we need one of them. Now against Burnley, you can understand the physicality, Kante being in there. But Norwich, for me, they don't have that credibility in terms of like defensively. They're just awful. And I think their midfield's awful as well. I just think as a team, they're awful. At least Burnley, they have a bit of credibility in the bank. Do you know what I'm saying? Sean Dyche is a good manager. Burnley, on their day, can be a very, very annoying team to play against. But in this game, for me, play Jorginho and Kovacic. For me, Kovacic has to be in this team. And if it's not Jorginho and if it's Kante instead, fine. That's cool with me. But personally, I just pick Jorginho and Mateo Kovacic. So yeah. And the front three, again, bit of a difficult one for me to predict. But I think Pulisic will keep his place down the left-hand side. I want him to continue with his momentum. I want him to keep getting game time on the left wing. He's looking like he's staying fit. He looks sharp. He looks, slowly getting back to his old best in terms of that agility, that movement, that bit of pace, that bit of quick thinking, all of that stuff. So it looks like, he's sort of getting his rhythm back, Christian Pulisic. So why not just keep on giving him a run of games at left wing? Just give him a run of games in that position and let him just go with it. Yes, he's been inconsistent. He was okay in the cup final. He had a good game against Burnley in the second half. Had a good game against Lille overall in the 90. So a bit of inconsistency, but like I said, give him just a run of games. On the right hand side, now this one was a bit tough for me to predict, but for me, play Hakim Ziyech. Come on, man. Play him. I mean, I want him to sort of get back to that form that he was on beforehand. Do you know what I'm saying? Before he got injured. So for me, play him down that right hand side. Let him create. Let him, just link up the play and have a good relationship. Try to have a good relationship with Pulisic and Havertz, and hopefully those two can link up. Although Thomas Tuchel in his press conference today did say Pulisic, Havertz, and Mount do have a very good link up, and it's probably likely that that will be the three for tomorrow. But me personally, I'd like it to be Hakim Ziyech. I just think he brings something different. I think he's going to be in better form, and I think he's going to perform better tomorrow than Mason will. So yeah, because Mason for me just hasn't been in good form. That's just my opinion. But yeah, up top, Kai Havertz, and it looks like it's going to stay that way. I don't see how Lukaku gets back into this team anytime soon. So it's as simple as that. Kai, hopefully he starts to score goals because everything else in his game is looking pretty good. He has a good first touch. He links up the play. He makes runs in behind. He drops deep as well to receive the ball when he needs to. He's got quick thinking as well. He's good in the air as well. If you haven't realized, the guy scored more headers this season than goals with his left foot or right foot combined. So yeah, that's how good he is with his head. So if we can put in crosses for him tomorrow at the right place with the right pace and placement, then cool. Kai Havertz will probably score a header or two tomorrow, so hopefully he can do that. But yeah, for me, Pulisic, Havertz, Ziyech, although it'll likely be Mason Mount who plays in that position. And the midfield double pivot, don't be surprised if it's Kante and Kovacic, although I actually do see it being Jorginho and Kovacic. The wing backs will stay the same, and the back three will probably be Rudiger, Thiago Silva, and Chalobah. But I'd like it to be Rudiger, Christensen, and Chalobah, just to give Thiago Silva that rest that I think he thoroughly deserves. So yeah, that is my predicted lineup: Mendingo, Rudiger, Christensen, Trevor Chalobah, Aspilicueta, Alonso, Jorginho, Kovacic, Ziyech, Havertz, and Pulisic as the front three. That would be my team for tomorrow's game. Although Tuchel will likely put Mason Mount instead of Hakim Ziyech, and he'll probably put Thiago Silva instead of Andreas Christensen or Trevor Chalobah. So we'll see what happens. Score prediction now. I'm gonna go with a 3-0 Chelsea win. I expect us to put in a much better performance over the course of 90 minutes in this game than in the Burnley game, because at least Burnley defensively was solid, and tactically, they do have a bit of an understanding defensively. Norwich, I've seen them a couple times, and look, they have heart, they've got desire, they've got that passion, but the quality and the positioning in some of those players, crap, man. Some of their players are crap, and it's no surprise that they're 20th in the league this season. So yeah, for me, I reckon we should be able to get the job done. 3-0 Chelsea. Goal scorers, Aspilicueta to score one, cross from Alonso. Aspilicueta backstick, why not? Puts it in the back of the net. And the other ones can be Kai Havertz to score again and Pulisic to get a goal as well. So let's see what happens tomorrow. Should be not an easy win, but should be a comfortable, controllable win tomorrow. I expect us to control possession, create chances, defensively be solid, and yeah, just keep it moving, keep getting those points, make sure we solidify third, because we don't want to be dragged into this top four race, and we don't want Arsenal catching up to us. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the match review and the player ratings video. I'll see you lot then. Tell me in the comments down below what your predicted lineup will be and what your score prediction will be. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.